Inventory weapons are the most important aspect of Enlisted. Get the right guns, and you'll have the right tools for the job. However, with all the different amount of guns in the game, and all of these fancy stars they have, you might wonder, what are the best guns to get, what do these stars mean, etc, etc. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. It's Kat, and welcome back to the channel. So each gun has, by default, an amount of stars, and then 3 empty stars next to it. And the first stars are going to be a rough indication of how powerful the gun is supposed to be. For example, a 1-star gun is going to be less powerful than a 3-star gun. Simply how it is. You progress further, you're going to be more powerful. It's kind of sad that you cannot protect yourself against the higher level players with your low level account, but it is what it is. So how do we get our guns up to the standard of those better guns of the long-time players? Those are going to be the upgrade stars. The upgrade stars can provide bonuses for the weapon, such as higher accuracy, higher rate of fire, or higher damage, less recoil, faster reload, etc., etc. But how do you get those upgrades? Well, first you have to unlock them. Each weapon has their special unlock section in the workshop upgrades for a squad. So for example, the SMG squad's workshop upgrades are for the MP34O, the FNAP 43, and the MP40. And each of these have a set of upgrades. The first are going to be the star upgrades, which means you can unlock the ability to upgrade your guns to the first, the second, and the third extra star. And the other one's going to be so-called disassembly bonuses and modification cost decreases. And what do these means? Well, the way of upgrading a gun once you actually unlock the ability to do so is to disassemble a spare gun. In this case, if I get this, I will get a random amount of parts between 2 and 4. I can press yes, I'll get, okay, this guy get 3 parts. So I now have 3 item parts. If I get 30 parts, I can upgrade this one gun. So yeah, that costs a lot, but at some point we'll have a lot of spare guns for the relatively weaker weapons. And that's where kind of the balance comes in. The strong guns are harder to obtain, so they will be much harder to upgrade to the max level, while the cheap guns are relatively easy to upgrade. So, is there any shortcut to get these? There is, because if you go to logistic tabs and into the weapons delivery, you can have either the bronze order, which drops any of the weapons that you have unlocked at level, like the minimum level. However, if you get one of these silver order ones, it can get a drop at any level range. So for example, this FNAP 43, if you check in here, can have between 1 and 4 stars. If you drop this logistic order, you can get it for between 1 and 4 stars. But you will have a very limited amount of these silver weapon orders compared to bronze weapon orders. You can see in the task, you can get quite a lot of these bronze orders, but there's no silver orders there for me to get right now. So where should you spend those silver weapon orders? And for Normandy, it's a lot more clear than for Moscow. For Normandy, 99% of the time, you want to spend it on the semi-automatic Guerre 43, and on the late automatic weapons such as the MG42 and the FG42, etc. You gotta you really want to save them up for the last part, because you don't want to try to get these guns among all of the other possible guns you get from a random weapon delivery, and that just doesn't work. Of course, you can spend them on a new weapon type. If you, for example, unlock your light machine gunner squad, you can put 1 or 2 in a Red Mod 30. But it's generally not even worth it. Just go for the semi-automatic weapons. The level 7 for Normandy is pretty easy to unlock, and they are applicable on basically any soldier that you want. Like, you can put it on your troopers, you can put it on your engineers, your snipers, your radio men. They can all carry these semi-automatic rifles, and that's what makes them really, really powerful. For Moscow, however, you generally want to rely on submachine gun and light machine gun squads. So instead of that, you kind of want to save them up for stuff like the MP38 or MP40, MG13, etc. until you get the later level stuff such as the MG34 and the semi-automatic Guerre 41, There's also Guerre 41 somewhere around here. Anyway, you want to kind of get those if you can. But since they're kind of far away, I would just go for this SMG, the MP38 first, and then move your way to the better machine gun and submachine gun, etc. And it applies to the allies as well. Here it is the PPD 3438 that you kind of want to get, and or like the PPD 40, DP 27, etc. Because, well, in Moscow, you don't really want to rely on bolt actions, even less so than in Normandy. So you do want to like focus on getting at least some automatic weapons equipped. But again, save those silver orders. They're not going to be around forever. They're going to be kind of hard to obtain as it stands right now. Of course, that is subject to changes, restore in beta, but it is what it is. And I hope with that, I give you like some rough idea of what to do with these unlocks. And one last tip that I'm going to give you guys is that if you're about this far into leveling a campaign, don't spend any weapon or troop orders if you are going to unlock a new weapon or squad respectively. For example, if I'm going to almost unlock the MP40, you should not use any bronze orders because you can better save them up until you're max level, like leveled up, and then you can spend them in a bunch of them to try to get them a few more MP40s because you just unlock those and you will actually get to use it. And yeah, that is pretty much it for weapons. And I hope this has been informative. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.